to Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise Sith, and this is my podcast. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos. I'm Denise. I'm going to entertain you for the next, however long this episode's going to take me to record. There's that. It's my show, so I do what I want. Today, we are going to talk about diet versus health. I've been super concerned. I know about just the diet culture, especially from what I'm seeing on social media in my home country, the United States of America. And it's becoming very concerning to me that so many grade lines are happening because of people who sell products that they are selling it to make money. However, these same people are also touting that they're health coaches or business coaches or diet coaches, and it's concerning me because none of these people have active degrees or certifications. I'm not saying none. There may be a few here and there or whatnot, but we're just going to talk about the culture itself, okay? Because a lot of people are under the assumption that healthy eating and dieting are the same. You're not alone if this is you. I used to feel this way until I went to school and did all of that and realized, oh gosh, it's far from the truth. Many people use healthy eating and dieting interchangeably, even though they seriously are nothing alike, because healthy eating and dieting are two different things. Okay. So I'm going to discuss those. We're going to give you some points on dieting and on health. Okay. So diet culture is specifically associated with the desire of losing weight and the conscious control or limitation of food. Okay. It is what it is. That is diet culture. Eating healthy, okay, on the opposite spectrum, is this idea of being more mindful about the food you consume. There's a difference because one is a fad or a short-term solution, which is diet culture, and the other one is a lifestyle, which is eating healthy. Okay? A lot of people get those confused. And so it's something as easy as two words that we use every day, health and diet. Okay. But eating healthy doesn't mean necessarily that you're limiting yourself from indulgences. Okay. But what you're really doing is focusing on better and more healthier ingredients and recipes. Okay. There's a huge difference. You're still having desserts. You're still having whatnot because we eat dessert. We do all that. We just don't do that in this abundance of garbage. We don't do synthetic. We don't do, you know what I'm saying? Let's stay focused, Denise. I have really good notes, and I'm not going to tangent today. Please, I can do this. But today, a lot of people are shifting their focus to eating healthier, buying organic food, but also prices and the economy are way different here right now in the United States. Okay. A lot of people are struggling, but my thing is that if you look in the store and you're actually looking at stuff, please don't eat anything that looks like it's remarkably cheap because it's probably remarkably not even food anymore. But right now I think is an amazing time to start eating healthier, better, because the pricing is so outrageous that you're almost neck and neck with eating garbage food versus eating good quality food. So I think this is the perfect time to make the change. A lot of people confuse the more health conscious guidelines with dieting. That it is not the same. A lot of people are like, oh, Denise, you're on this new plant-based diet. I am not on a plant-based diet. I am doing a healthy lifestyle change, incorporating a majority of plant-based items that we consume, but there are still some other things that we do because you have to enjoy yourself. This confusion usually comes from like trends, marketing stunts, and all that kind of stuff geared basically towards getting people to purchase stuff, okay? Which basically means they're participating in the diet culture. And I'm going to say it, that includes keto, which is not good for you. I know people are so hung up on this, but it literally is a new Atkins. And Atkins is not good for you. It does work short term. And you could be like, but I've been on this for a while, Denise. Great. I can't even imagine what's going on with your organs right now. Weight isn't healthy. Weight doesn't equate healthy. Thin doesn't equate healthy. Heavy fat doesn't associate unhealthy. We are so caught up in this diet culture world, which is dictating through Hollywood and the media and all of these garbage places and places selling us these diets, of this look that we have to have. And that look is not necessarily what we should be looking like. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you're looking up to anybody in Hollywood, music, modeling, all of that is extreme diet culture and extreme plastic surgery, extreme medications. It is not done naturally. And so we've become so confused in this country on diet versus healthy. And I mean, you can look at it. Okay, what's in the name itself? Look at the name itself. A diet literally has the word die in it. I mean, what? It does. And the mentality that a diet focuses on is, I'll just run through like quick ones, bullet points that I have. Food's the enemy because of your bad habits, things that you're doing temporarily. When I'm finished with my diet, I just have to be good for this long. That's not how it works, man. Things I don't like about myself. Oh, I'm so fat. If only I had a bigger butt. If only I looked like a Kardashian. If only my waistline was this big. If only this was that. If only I had a better nose. Oh, but that one didn't work out. How about this nose? Well, that one didn't work out. 16 rhinoplasties in, you'll look like an alien. This stuff is real. If you've not watched Botched, they'll give you an idea of how they're helping people who have legit birth defects and stuff like that. But boy, there are some people on there that they will focus and highlight about how distorted our looks have become, how completely it's a mental illness. What people are doing to themselves today is not normal. Diet has the word die in it. What else are you obsessed with when you're on a diet? The freaking scale. You can't stop even looking at it. I know people have sometimes weighed themselves 3 times in a day. And I'm like, how is that benefiting you? Outside of totally getting in your head. What else do you look forward to when you're on a diet? What's the biggest component? There's a finish line. Is there? Because what happens with all diets at the end of the finish line? You enjoy yourself for a small amount of time, depending on who you are. That time may be longer than others. And then what do you got to do? You got to start all over again because you just you refrained from doing stuff. Dieting is defined by certain factors, okay? The first one is it restricts what you eat by counting calories or eliminating foods with this goal weight in mind. And restricting, as soon as you are restricting, that basically equals failure, period. You're just a failure. That's where it's going. Dieting is for losing, gaining, or maintaining weight, right? But it also helps with controlling health conditions such as diabetes or high blood pressure. That's what they define it on. When you go to the doctor, he'll tell you you're going to go on like a diabetic diet or you're going to go on a blood pressure diet, right? You're going to eat a heart healthy diet. It doesn't make any sense. Diet. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like, wait, what? And the things that they ask you to eat when you break it down, this is like a whole seminar in itself. But most of the things referred by dietitians in a Western medical nutritionist world, unless they've done any holistic work, which they have not, most likely 100%. Their suggestions, their dietary suggestions, come from who's paying the most. It's not even actually things that are healthy for you. It's sad, but it's true. Now, like I said, that's a whole nother thing. Okay. 2, dieting is geared more towards a short-term thing. And most diets, because of that, are not sustainable. Most diets today actually can have a negative effect on our body because it deprives it of some food groups, carbs, you know what I'm saying? And essential nutrients. That literally, we all must have salt, good salt, not white salt. I can't even get started on that. And everybody, unless you're a celiac, everybody needs some essentials. You need to have a well-balanced, and we've lost that. 3, dieting often puts your body straight into a caloric deficit. What does that mean, Denise? It means that you consume way less calories than you expend. And that can be dangerous to your health if it's done incorrectly. You have to feed your body. That's why I tell people, as soon as you start calorie counting, another reason why I hate Weight Watchers, it's so antiquated to me. When you start counting calories, that is an obsession, which then no longer allows you to enjoy your food. We should be enjoying the fuel that is provided to our bodies. And if we are gypping ourselves and over fasting and people bragging about ketones and all this, it's just nonsense. Our bodies were built magnificently, and they work in a way that no one can duplicate. They are that intricate and detailed and magnificent and brilliant, and depriving it of things because of the way that you feel. We'll get to why. Okay. We'll get to why we start depriving ourselves. It's because the food industry has just ruined the foods through fast foods and through convenient foods and things, packaged foods. Okay. It's best to eat foods. I mean, you go to Weight Watchers and what do they give you? Well, a lot of these places, Atkins, whatever, they have keto snacks, which is basically, here is a piece of bacon, wrap it around cheese. Here, have tacos, but make the taco shells cheese. And then they go and they get bagged cheese that's filled with oils and saturated fats. And then you're supposed to use that instead of a maybe really good homemade tortilla that you made yourself. Nope, you ain't never going to sell that on me. That is absolute nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Does it taste good? I'll be honest with you. I tried keto back in the day for about maybe 2 weeks. I was going to be in it for 3 months. I could barely do the 2 weeks because don't get me wrong, I love me some cheese. Try being plant-based and loving cheese, okay? But it was so overwhelmingly fatty. It was just, I couldn't. I felt like I was drinking oil in everything I ate. It was disgusting. And I can't eat like that. I need a plethora of different, I love variety. I love colors and textures, and you can't get that. Weight Watchers sells you a bunch of meals that you heat up in a microwave, or let's just say you use the oven. Rare, probably today, but okay, there could be some people who still do that. But you're counting calories and you're on this restricted little meal. How is that teaching you a lifestyle change? You need to learn how to make a meal. You need to understand that when you go to a restaurant and they serve you a plate, especially in America, you need to immediately ask for a to-go and take half of your damn plate and put it in the to-go before you even start eating. I do that now. It's disgusting how much we eat in this country. And we're so fat. We are. It is what it is. Americans are fat. We're super fat because we eat grossness. It is what it is. Healthy eating is about finding this right balance for your body. Okay. And then allowing yourself certain indulgences in moderation. Okay. Healthy eating focuses on incorporating better eating habits, quality ingredients. Listen to that. Eating habits, better eating habits, and quality ingredients. Not stuff in a box, not cheese on everything, not I can eat these gluten-free Oreos and that somehow is a better decision than eating a great whole grain or a sourdough loaf piece of bread. The goal here is to remind yourselves that you can eat instead of what you should avoid. I always never removed, I always replaced when I had clientele. And that will increase the tendency that you will continue to eat this way because you're not deprived. When you deprive yourself of certain foods when you're dieting, it creates this negative feedback loop in your brain. Okay. Your new eating cycle can actually cause you to resent the diet. And then what happens? You fail. A diet will never last, period. We need to even stop using this word. I mean, honestly, it has the word die in it, okay? Healthy eating minimizes the consumption of processed foods. Like I told you, buy things that don't come in packages. 12 ingredients or less. I'm down to 6 ingredients or less. It all depends on what your goals are. Those are goals, okay? It minimizes the consumption of the processed foods, all the packaged garbage. And when you do that, you can positively affect your long-term health. Okay. Now we're going to come back and talk about healthy eating versus the dieting, but we're going to stop for a quick break from the sponsor. Hey everybody, Denise here. Listen, you guys know that I have been on this food journey and I've really amped it up this year going a majority of plant-based. And one of the things that I have utilized to help make this journey a little bit easier and have what I need, the food available to me at a convenience, has been Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest is a company that's on a mission to make it really easy to eat more sustainably grown organic fruits and vegetables every day. Why? Because getting 5 servings daily can help you live longer on a healthier planet. But also it's because it is really hard in a busy lifestyle and day to day, especially as moms, to actually be able to get those servings in. And I absolutely, hands down, use their products every day. The number one that I love, the smoothies. So this is huge. I literally just add water. My favorite of all time is the cinnamon, the carrot cinnamon. That's what it is. It tastes like a carrot cake. Except it's good for you. And they have tons of them. They have cold brew options. They have greens options. They have just fruit options. They have super acai options and all of these different, whatever fits your lifestyle, they have. I can offer to you guys a personal code that I have that is just like everybody else can get one. You can get one as well if you sign up for the product and pass it on to someone that you know. You can get up to $65 off on your first order, depending on what meal plan or products that you selected, by just using the code RE-K4LMG46 at checkout. Again, I will put the code below on the podcast for people to copy. But again, that promo code is RE-K4LMG46 and get yourself some Daily Harvest. Start a new journey for yourself, just like I did, and feel better about you. Okay, we are back. I'm Denise. We're talking about the diet versus health culture. Dieting versus healthy eating. There are huge differences. So we had just spent the first half of the podcast talking about diet. It literally has the word die in its name. Think about that. And then we're going to talk about healthy eating. Okay. It has health, heal. Heal is in the word health. Heal yourself. But the mentalities are so different. And we talked about the mentality of the diet culture, but the mentality on a health culture my God, I can't talk. Like I got tongue tied. I don't know what happened. The mentality that focuses with the health culture is different because whereas in the diet, it's food is the enemy. Food is fuel. And remember, we talked about that a little. Food is fuel. It shouldn't be deprived in your body. And then we talked about in the diet culture, you talk about your bad habits, but in health culture, you talk about your good habits. It's just such a different mindset. In diet culture, it's things you don't really like about yourself. Health culture, things that I want for myself. I want to lose more weight and be in an optimal condition for me to do more things with my family. I don't care about what size I am. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't. Diet culture, things that I'm doing temporarily because I need to get to this spot as soon as I can. Health exposure, things I'm doing forever. It is a lifestyle change. There is not an expiration date. Okay. Diet culture, the scale. It's all you're freaking obsessed about is the scale. Health culture, daily choices. There may be a day where, like last weekend, we went into the Harry Potter local milk house. Woo, it's like farm. Imagine having all fresh stuff and they make their own ice cream and there's cute little barn and it was Harry Potter week and we were all in and we got like 2 flights with like all the Harry Potter little scoops in it. And I enjoyed myself. Simple as that. I'm not getting tore up that there might be dairy in this. It's called the milk house. Of course there's dairy in it. I don't care because I eat well enough the rest of the time to get hung up on that. Just not gonna. And in diet culture, you basically are obsessed with the finish line. There's this goal, but it's not always a good goal. And the finish line is always not really healthy for you. But in the health culture, it's a lifelong journey. It's something that you're planning on doing to maintain your health or maintain the way you feel, whatever that may be that you're working on for the rest of your life, not a short-term thing. So diets involve these rigid rules about like food groups and meal times and portions and calories. And those rules are the same across the board for anyone following that diet. Meanwhile, healthy eating is more about mindfully choosing like the best foods for you on a given day. And that actually might involve chocolate, treats. How are you feeling that day? You know what I'm saying? Saturday, I wanted ice cream. We waited all week to have it. We knew they do it once a year during this time of the month. And I'm like, we're all in. Harry Potter flavors. Let's do it. I didn't get hung up on it and I didn't feel guilty about it because I eat well all the rest of the time with the allowance that those days can happen because that's life. It's important to remember that when it comes to healthy eating, there are plenty of recipes that are super good that fit perfectly into this healthy eating habit. I mean, Pinterest, Google, you can find it all. There's tons of people on Instagram, and it's easily included into a routine, which ultimately leads to a lifestyle. It's so easy now, super easy, okay? A healthy lifestyle. Okay, healthy eating is also important to remember that good nutrition doesn't have a lengthy blacklist of forbidden products. Okay, I'm telling you, that makes a huge difference. Healthy eating focuses on portion size rather than restriction of certain types of foods. You know what I mean? It minimizes consumption of the processed foods that we talked about that they literally use in diets. Think about that. Weight Watchers has been around forever, but yet people are always on Weight Watchers because it's not sustainable. You have to be on it forever. You're never going to be off it. You can't sustain the look that you got or that you wanted to achieve permanently by coming off Weight Watchers. Get it? They don't want you off of it. They don't want you off the pills. They don't want you off the, meal kit. They don't want you off the shakes. They want you to rely on them because it's a selling point to them. Nobody wants you to know that you can feel super healthy, not be deprived, and enjoy yourself on a daily basis, basically by just eating natural food. Like, could you imagine? And let me tell you, they are quite aware. When I say there, it is really there. Okay. There are many things that are the grocery store chains, the food chain supplies, the meat industry, the dairy industry, the pork industry, the grain industry. I'm telling you, it is a big ass picture. The medical, pharmaceutical, all of that. Oh my gosh, I think they're going to trim trees in front of the house. It's going to start getting loud, so I better wrap it up. In the healthy eating lifestyle, it's not about quality. It's about quantity. A balanced diet should always meet the needs of your body. No more, no less. And in order to develop those heating, like just the heating, I combined healthy and eating in one word, heating. In order to like develop healthy eating habits, you really need to understand that our body needs what it needs from a nutritional standpoint to maintain your optimal health. Okay. And I'm talking about optimal health. I'm not talking about optimal weight. Okay. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really all in on this BMI thing either. The BMIs, the way they calculate them and all that, it doesn't even make sense for my body. Like my body doesn't even apply to that. If I even take out all of my issues except for just lupus, I still can't jump in on the BMI bandwagon. Do I want to be less fat content? Absolutely. Absolutely I do. But I can't get on what BMI they would ask me to be. At my current age, the BMI they want me to be, which I don't know offhand, I would be about 130 pounds. I haven't weighed that since like 7th grade. I'm not going to lie. That just seems super low. Like my ideal weight is like 160. I want to be 160, which would still put me in a undesirable BMI category, which I think is BS. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? So what exactly, let's sum it up, right? What exactly do you have to add to your meals to achieve optimal health? Well, plants. I'm not just saying that because I enjoy plants, but this country eats way too much meat and not enough healthy grains and healthy like fruits and vegetables. We're all about, I don't eat that. I fuck off that. We could be dying and we will choose to have surgery to clip our stomachs than eat a piece of freaking broccoli. I don't understand it because I will eat whatever it takes to avoid a surgery. But it's always the fast track here in the United States. It's actually sickening. And I mean that in all terms, broadening. It is sickening the culture and the people of today. They're becoming sick. They're becoming nutrient deficient. They're becoming just sallow and wan their faces. When you look around, I can point. If you put me in a room, and some people, you tell me that there's some people who've had any kind of gastric surgery or operation, I could point every single one of them out to you because they look sicker than they did prior to their surgeries. And I'm not saying you got to do you, boo, right? If you think it's going to save your life, but if you don't make a lifestyle change after you've gotten gastric, and it's a huge healthy eating lifestyle and not a diet culture lifestyle, you got a whole nother plethora of issues that are going to start for you. Malabsorption, all being the first one. But eat less processed foods. There are tons of unprocessed foods that are rich in nutrients and naturally lower in fat, salt, sugar. And then this is another thing that we don't do. We have to remember to eat the rainbow. Okay. Enjoy your plates and bowls filled with like colorful fruits, vegetables. Those get you the essential nutrients for your body. Okay. Life is too short to deprive ourselves from eating delicious meals. Okay. That take care of your health. You just have to put the time in and do the research. There is no right healthy lifestyle for anyone. You have to do what is right for you. Also know that you will tweak that lifestyle as you mature, age, move on, have different aspects of your life you need to tweak. For me, I've been on such a long adventure, but it has kept me pharmaceutical free. I have 6 autoimmune diseases and I take 0 prescription meds from them to monitor any of them. None of them. That says something. Do I still have weight to lose? Absolutely. But I also have had tons of injuries on top of stuff as well. Am I feel like I'm closer with this plant-based model? I absolutely do. I'm also not depriving myself of having non-plant-based choices if I want, because that's just, to me, more relaxed and a better way to just enjoy life with my family. So hopefully that helped you see a little bit about this diet culture versus health culture. And I hope that you really take this to heart. And if you are in or find that you might be relating that you're in this diet culture, to please take the time to kind of redirect yourself the other way and be a health culture. Reach out to me. I'm currently not doing any nutritional consultations, but I'm more than happy to have a conversation in Messenger or by text message or email. It doesn't matter. So until next week, Saturday, until Saturday, we got a coffee talk. I wish you guys all and wish you all well and lead with kindness.